Everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Hope you guys are all doing great today. Okay, so every once in a while, somebody will contact me and say, Marie, you need to check this out. Marie, this is awesome. Marie, I came up with this all by myself and you have to check it out. And I'm like, I'm the forever guinea pig. I love checking stuff out. I love looking into stuff. There's very few stuff that I haven't looked into and very few stuff that I don't know about. So when something gets brought to my attention and I've never seen or heard it, I'm like, ooh, this is so cool. But anyway, I wish I could give credit to this person. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember who it was that sent me this. But it was one of my followers, one of my viewers. So if you're watching, you can comment underneath the video and go, hey, it was me. All right. So last year, ever since I was a little kid, I suffered greatly from sinus issues, stuffed up nose. Not anymore, but as a kid, I was extremely my addiction started early. I was so addicted to Afrin, the spray that you put in your nose from the time I was 9 years old. I lived with a bottle of Afrin in my pocket. That's all I did all the time. And the more I used it, the worse it got. And that's because it's intended to do that. Actually, using those nasal sprays will make your sinuses 10 times worse. Before I go into showing you this recipe, I do want to make something very clear to you. The reason, because, it's great to take care of all this stuff, but you need to find the underlying cause. It's a must. So the underlying cause of sinus issues, wait for it, because the first time I heard it, I was like, no way, you're crazy, is the colon. If your colon, the dirtier that your colon is, the more allergies that you're going to have, and the more sinus congestion that you're going to have. Now, I never believed this until I started cleaning my colon. And the more I cleaned my colon, the better my sinuses got, and the more I can smell. I'm not too sure that that's always a great thing, but the more that I can smell. I mean, I can smell forever because my sinuses are always so clean. But then I started noticing something really weird. When I would consume foods that I was not supposed to touch, and let me see, graham crackers would be a great example of that. The first time, I've been eating clean for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden I was starving one day and one of my girlfriends says, hey, I got graham crackers in the glove box. And I was like, I don't know if I should touch those. They can't really be that bad, right? So I had a few graham crackers just to tie me through. And about 30 minutes later, my nose was so stuffed up. I was like, what the heck is going on here? And then I was like, oh yeah, the graham crackers. So you're going to notice that. So if you do have sinus issues, yes, this is going to help you out, but please take care of the main problem, okay? You need to take care of the underlying issues because that's very important. Okay, so anyway, this recipe was sent to me, and last year, man, did it get me through the holidays because I had a few times where I got sick and I had really bad congestion, and I was like, that Afrin was like calling my name, and I was like, nope, I'm not touching over-the-counter crap anymore, and it's not going to happen. So I went to go check a few stuff at the grocery store that was natural stuff, and I did buy like one or two things, but it didn't work. It didn't unstuff my nose. I couldn't sleep, and everything else. So this man sent me this. I wish I could remember who you were, and fell in love. And I've been using it ever since. The slightest little twinge that I feel like I'm getting a sinus infection, or the slightest little twinge where my nose starts getting clogged up, I'm on it. All right, so the first thing you want to go do is get yourself one of these little sprays. You can pick them up at Walmart. Just pick yourself up some nasal spray, but you don't want the stuff that you squeeze. You want this one. I put some water in there so you can see. It's the stuff that you put your fingers on and yeah, spray, because it's going to spray this nicer into your nose. I got this one at my dollar store. I know a lot of you have emailed me from England going, Marie, this isn't fair. We don't have dollar stores over here. Got it. So, you know, go to your Walmart, go to your Target, whatever. Just pick up the cheapest little bottle like this that you can. See, I've already got mine labeled. Okay, so I'm going to read this off a piece of paper because I get a lot of comments underneath my videos going, you said that wrong. Was it a teaspoon or half a teaspoon? Because you said a half a teaspoon and then you said a teaspoon. So I'm going to make sure that I do this correctly because this recipe is very important. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to get yourself a saline packs. These come in a box. You can get them at Walmart. They're about $7.75 for the pack of like 100. Okay, and it's these. Can you see them? They're sinus rinse. They're sinus rinse packs, and they're right next to the stuff where you clean your nose out. And they're SNAIL Med sinus rinse. You can also pick them up at your health food store, and you can also pick them up online. Okay, so you want to open this up, and you want to open up your little bottle, and you want to use half of this. Do not use the whole thing. Just use half and pour it in there. And yes, you can use saline. And the reason you want to do this is because you don't want this burning in your nose like crazy. If you just put water in here, you are going to scream bloody murder when this goes up your nose. So saline is a buffer. So yes, you can use saline. You can use salt water, you know, watered down salt water. Or you can use these. This to me is the easiest way. So there's half. All right. Then you're going to use a pinch of baking soda. Not baking powder. Baking soda. Okay. I like to use Bob's Mill baking soda because it's the most natural. Okay, so hang on. So I'm going to grab a pinch. I'm just going to throw it in there. Okay, that's another buffer. It's going to make it feel really good in your nose. Okay, then you're going to get oil of oregano. I like Natural Factors oil of oregano. Okay, and this is 80% Congestion, certified organic. It's the company is Natural Factors. This is where it's really important. Do not use 2 drops. Do not use 3 drops. Trust me on this. You only want 1 drop. Okay. So I'm going to empty out my dropper. I'm going to shake it up really good. Then I'm going to fill it. I'm going to do 1 drop. That's it. I know for me, it's like I want to do more. It's like, ugh, that was just too little, but trust me, 1 drop is enough. And I like to add 1 dropper of colloidal silver. There we go. And then just shake it up. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add some water. I forgot my water in the kitchen, so we're going to use this. It's clean water. And then just fill it up to the top, almost to the top, because you got to get that dropper in there. Hang on. There we go. Okay. And put your sprayer on there. And then pump it a couple of times because it's going to be full. No, of course it's not going to work. Oh. Technical difficulties. kind of like wardrobe malfunctions. There it goes. So if it doesn't work, it's because it had too much in there. I'm having one of those days. We're just like, what the heck's going on? The universe is testing me. All right, so once it's all done, it's free to go. You're free to use it. And there you go. If you have, like, it's burning a little right now, just a little. You can imagine if I used 2 or 3 drops of that oregano oil. If it burns in the slightest bit, you have something going on in there. It's either parasites or some sort of allergy going on or some sort of little fungus in your little tubes, something, because this should not hurt at all. I mean, at all. There's times I've used this and I don't even feel it going in. Every time you use it, make sure you shake it up real good. And it's normal to sneeze afterwards. If your body wants to get rid of anything, it's going to get rid of it. It's also going to go down your throat, and it feels pretty good. So that saved my life last year. I had a pretty nasty cold that I caught at the gym, and my sinuses got all congested. And let me tell you, I kept this by my bed. Oh, nice. And I like to sometimes I like to run it underneath really hot water and warm it up, and then you can put it in, and that's also great. Now, oh, I forgot. Wait, hold on. My second favorite is this. You can also do it if you have really bad sinus infections or you have a really bad cold, right? This is my favorite. It's also the NeilMed Sinus Rinse bottles. And what I do is I add, again, 1 drop of the oregano oil in here and a complete packet of the salt. And then you fill it up with water up to the little line. And while you're in the shower, clean your nose out, and it will clean all that mucus, all that sinus, all that congestion. It's awesome. In my next video, maybe my next video or the one after that, I'm going to show you my absolute favorite oil for winter congestion. You're going to love it. I love it. Someone brought it to my attention and I was like, oh man, do I love this. It's from Sweden. I'll give you kind of a hint. It's from Sweden. And I love that oil. It has helped me through many winters. My little one, my littlest granddaughter, because of, the situation, I know some of you know the situation they were in. They were in a room, they were in a house where there was a lot of smokers, a lot. So she still has a lot of lung congestion every once in a while, and it kind of like behaves like asthma, sort of. And I know there's some of you that have asthma, and you guys are going to love this oil. It's like the best ever. I'm telling you, I spent all summer coming up with all these videos for you. The best of the best. See, you take some time off, you rejuvenate the batteries, and you come back with tons of stuff. I want to thank all of you that have been supporting me. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. The ones that are supporting me on that journey that I'm taking on Instagram, it's kind of crazy because, I'm always checking stuff out, on just everywhere. The people that call me, I'm just like blown away, I mean, I know I get a lot of, you're this, you're that, you're too fat to be out here preaching, whatever. I'm just like off a duck's back, right? But it's the ones that support me, that give me encouragement, that means so much to me. And recently I posted on Instagram that I am one of those women that support. I'm a strong woman and I support other women. I don't look at women and go, oh, look at her butt. Or, oh, doesn't she think she's hot in those heels? No, I look at women and go, damn, she looks hot in those heels. Or, man, she must have been working really hard for that ass. I'm one of those women. And the same with men. You know, I'm one of those women that looks at men and thinks, damn, us women have really been screwing with men's heads for a long time. And we really need to stop that, you know, because it's not a pretty game. So I'm one of those people that always tries to uplift other people and encourage other people because, you know, let me tell you something, guys. Everyone is going through a thing every day. You have no idea what that person is going through. I can assure you that you guys don't even have an idea of what I go through daily. You know, it's just crazy. And another thing that I do want to put out here is I know I've said this before, but I want to say it again. I do get your comments. I get every single one of your comments. I love you guys. I love your comments. I get them. I see you. Trust me. When I see your name come up, I'm like, I know her. If you've ordered from me and you contact me, I'm like, yeah, that woman ordered from me 6 months ago. I remember her because everybody that supports me is in my memory bank. You are in my memory books. Trust me. You are there. But I get a lot of people that sit there and say, why aren't you answering my emails? I've sent you 3. Why don't you answer your comments? Hey, I sent you 2 emails on Instagram and you haven't answered me. Hey, I've been contacting you. Please, please keep in mind that, like I said, you don't know what other people are going through. I'm trying to run a business, which I run a business, and I do in-home consultations here in town. I go every day to see people in their homes, you know, that old-fashioned. And I have phone consultations that I do. And those phone consultations need follow-up emails with all this information. Some of you that have had them, you know what it takes. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have YouTube, I have over 200 videos on YouTube alone. Please just don't remember me, remember everybody else. The more videos you have, the more comments you get. I won't be just receiving comments under this video. I'll be receiving comments under videos that I did about kidney disease 4 years ago. And I receive like 3 here, 5 there, 8 here, 2 there. And by the end of the day, I have received anywhere from 50 to 150 comments on YouTube, 5 to 8 emails on Instagram and comments, 2 to 3 contacts on Facebook, 5 to 6, sometimes 50 emails, personal emails, people who find my email. And there's actually even people who leave me messages on my phone because they're able to find my personal phone number. So at the end of the day, if I were to sit down and I were to answer every single email from every single person, I would have time. I wouldn't even have time to go pee. I wouldn't have time to scratch my butt because I'd be there the whole day, you know, giving out free information all day long. And that's what I do in these videos. I give you free information. So, till next time, please forgive me. Give me a little slack if I don't get back to you or I don't get right back to you. I'm trying. I'm just one person and I'm doing my best. All right. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Please stay happy as always. Happiness. Find your joy, find your bliss. That is so important. You know, follow your heart. Where does it want to go? What makes you do this? Where is your passion? Find that, because life without passion is nothing. Nothing. It's not worth living. Find your joy, find your passion, find your bliss. and stay happy. And most of all, stay healthy, because without your health, you have nothing. Till next time, love you guys. Bye-bye.